there, welcome to Proper Horror Show. I have got a very different video for you this week. I have been watching and enjoying the content of Academic Agent and Mr. Carl Benjamin and their very convincing defense of Emperor Palpatine. I'd encourage you all to watch their videos and get Sheevpilled. But before that, obviously, I would like you to stick around because I'm going to enlighten you on The Matrix. Now, The Matrix is obviously a classic of sci-fi. It is asking you to deconstruct and challenge the conventional worldview to, wake up to the truth behind what everyone accepts. So let's deconstruct and challenge the conventional view of The Matrix. Folks, the machines did nothing wrong. The Matrix was written and directed by the Wachowskis, who are very lefty, deconstructionist Marxists who think in terms of systems and intersectionality. So knowing that is their viewpoint, you have to step away from that to see through the lies of the Jedi. You have to use a little standpoint theory and consider where they're coming from and understand that it's not objective. Now, I, of course, am going to be able to do this unbiased and completely objectively. Now, even from their very biased position, the Wachowskis admit that the Matrix is a peak civilization, or the society that is set up in the construct of the Matrix. That is peak civilization, aka Western 90s capitalism. And this is a civilization that works for almost everyone. Standards are high and orderly. Everyone has a place and society is just flourishing. In the Matrix, everyone has their basic needs met and from that point can actually work to achieve luxuries and higher status. It's essentially a capitalist state with strong subsidised welfare and social programmes set up to ensure the equality of opportunity. Okay, that might have been a bit of a reach. All right, carry on. Moving on. Minor details, folks, minor details. Now, like any large system and society, there are, of course, issues. There are some unpalatable truths. Maybe it doesn't work 100% for everyone. Maybe the authority can be a little heavy-handed, but that goes with the scale of the thing. But notice that even knowing the apparent horrific revelation about the Matrix, people wish to return back. Look at Cypher. He realised that life was so much better under an orderly, dignified society that had standards.
I know what you're thinking. Because right now I'm thinking the same thing. Actually, I've been thinking it ever since I got here. Why, oh why, didn't I take the blue pill?
To have a fair, balanced and entirely unbiased and barely even facetious view of the Matrix, you need to realise that Morpheus's crew are radical ideologue terrorists and parasites. They're moral crusaders who failed in the society and they want to bring it down for their own selfish ends. Who's in that righteous, awakened crew that has the right idea for society? Criminals, pornographers, and thieves. Now, the very diverse makeup of the crew is also deliberate. It's an essential part of the Wachowskis' intersectional framework. And so it's a little uncomfortable to think of this as the group that wants to take from a society whilst refusing to obey its rules, and ultimately that hate it and want to tear that society down from the inside. But luckily there are no parallels to this whatsoever in current Western countries. Move on. Now, just look at this sorry failed bunch who are meant to be the heroes. They're wearing utilitarian grey like the old communist work suits. They're eating this absolute slop and gruel that, it's unappetizing, but apparently it's good, honest food. Now this slop, this gruel, it tells you everything you need to know about them. It's completely utilitarian, just designed by committee. It's everything a worker unit needs, and so it's all a worker unit gets. Now, naturally, as in every society, humans want better for themselves. This crew has already created pornography and moonshine, Humans have needs and aspirations beyond the basic, Their personal interests conflict with the utilitarian, uber-rational authority that decided they only need nutritional slop. This seed of basic human spirit is why the socialist and communist regimes are always corrupt, and why we should absolutely ignore the supposed heroes of the Matrix. I'll show you who the real heroes are. Good on you, sir. Thank you for serving your construct. Compare this free, liberated, revolutionary, ruleless life to life in the Matrix. There is more authority, but it produces a high standard of living that works for nearly everyone. Now, the revolutionaries here, they deem this to be morally superior, and so they want to force it on everyone. This is a classic case of communists trying to subvert the successful Western capitalist society. And these anarcho-commie primitivists want to drag everyone down to their level, to live in filth, in monotone grey, and to eat slop. Shocking stuff. Unwittingly, the Matrix reveals the lie at the heart of its supposed message. Now just look at Morpheus. In the Matrix, in the pre-revolution capitalist society, if you will, look how cool and suave he makes himself look. What he's able to accomplish within that society, promising great knowledge and a better vision for the future after the revolution. But we get to see what he's like when he actually has his way, what society he can actually deliver. And look at the absolute state of him. Now, if you've got this far and you're not sheave-pilled, you're probably making a weak objection along the lines that citizens of the Matrix are literally enslaved and encaged in pods. You know, this is a weak Luddite objection that's just the perspective of bitter failed radicals. It's just diluted Kaczynski propaganda. They say, hey look, in Zion we're free and we have these giant epic raves. Okay, but did they show you any showers? No, exactly. And I can guarantee you that these guys categorically reek of mouldy soylent and trench foot. Now, they'll also claim that they value humans more, that they want them to be free, but they also view humans as completely disposable. Now look at them, they're just yeeting random citizens without a care. This security guard here, he was just chilling out. What did he do? Now they will tell you in their defense that any civilian could become an agent. But that is just commie talk for they were counter-revolutionaries. In the Matrix, as in real life, the commie revolutionaries show no regard for human life and will happily dispose of people if it gets them closer to their revolution. So the supposed heroes of the Matrix are violent, dishonest, terrorist fanatics who want to destroy a successful society, and all they're going to replace it with is poverty, a militarized religious authority, and barely subsistence level rations. These guys aren't heroes, they are goth ISIS. In conclusion, the Matrix is leather-clad postmodern neo-Marxist propaganda, and it's created by sweaty, degenerate millionaires who are LARPing as revolutionaries, but who would leg it the second they were assigned their first shift at the wrench factory. As always, they promise utopia and they deliver Chaz. The machines did absolutely nothing wrong. Look how stylish the agents are. That's snazzy. If you enjoyed this little red-pilled bombshell, please do subscribe, and please do pass this on to other people who need to be enlightened. It's a little atypical, but I had fun with it. As ever, if you enjoy what I do, please do subscribe. I'm a tiny channel and every new subscriber is an absolute delight. Thank you very much. Next video, I'll be telling you how truancy was down under Umbridge and the Hogwarts Express ran on time. Cheers, y'all.